guys, welcome to your Pisces astrology reading. We're going to go ahead and just jump into these messages. The title of this reading is When the Saints Come Marching In, Full Moon Energy. The theme is March, marching into or marching away. The army is ready to march. Numerology's numbers are 2 and 5 and 7. With this particular energy, with this particular reading, we are going to be talking about completing either with a new beginning or ending of a situation. The thesis of this particular energy: March is a time of renewal and rebirth, transitioning from winter to spring. March is influenced by Pisces and Aries. In Celtic astrology, the third and fourth moon have an important place in the month of March. The moon cycles associated with the full moon energy is the first quarter moon and waxing gibbous moon. And if you guys would like to know more about the moon cycle, I will be presenting another video on all of the cycles and how they play a major role in our everyday lives. Let's continue. What does moon cycles mean for us? Moon cycles are phases, transitions, transactions, repositioning, pushing current events to the next level of illumination. The moon is the cycle of endings, restoration, and new beginnings. Moon cycles are the change that brings certain elements into rotation. The moon cleanses our energy. Goddess Celeste help us to connect with our inner emotions in manifesting our heart's desire. The moon cycle is also a continuum of movement as it ticks to the next phase. The moon prepares us for unforeseen things, with revealing our own inner knowingness as well as the other energies that surrounds us. It is great to know that we can reveal any hidden thing that has been causing us either setback or delays, or something that could be coming towards us in a positive note. Thank Celeste, the moon goddess, for helping us uncover these such things. Let's continue. The moon is in collaboration with the equinox, with the equator. So with the moon being in one with the equinox, that lets you know that the moon goddess brings equilibrium, justice to situations that have been plaguing, and it needs to be resolved, whether it's positive or negative. Let's continue. To bring equality, balance between the zodiacs, the wheel of cosmology, and the polarities of the yin and yang has a checks and balance rule of thumb to where one sign doesn't overshadow the other sign. This is why we have polarities, to bring in balance. Negative and positive brings magnetism, balance. You cannot have one without the other. You cannot have two of the same, but you need opposites to attract, to bring balance. Let's continue. Now that we know why it is important to learn about our polarities, which are the energies of the shadow and the energies of the light. You know, no one thing is alike, right? With that being said, in order for certain situations to be handled, even with our emotions and how we view things and how we sense things, we have to have it from another perspective view. And the only way that we can do that is through intertwining with both energies to give a overall outlook on what this situation, this relationship, this job, this way of thinking is trying to get us to be an embodiment of. Sometimes we have to make sure that we don't overindulge in one polarity. That's when the other polarity comes in and check us. So sometimes we need to get a check, and that's when another energy, like a twin flame, you know, they mirror us the things that we need to change, right? So your polarity may be a positive energy, but you're too giving. And then there could be another shadow energy that means that you may be too rough around the edges, or you're too abrasive, right? Or too controlling. So when one another comes into union, we have to check and balance each other so we can bring the betterness out of one another, right? So the thing is, when someone is when we both have overused our power, then there are individuals that's sent into our life to check our balance, just like the government checks and balances. I hope that makes sense. Let's continue. We have to remember that we are tools of the Most High, right? Over any and everything else. We have to make sure that we are being beneficial to the divine purpose, the divine path, the divine instructions that we have been ordered, that we have chosen to follow when God has put us down on earth to fulfill certain spiritual contracts that needs to be handled accordingly. So anybody that's trying to interfere with God's plan while you're on this earth will be dealt with just judicially, legislatively, spiritually, and physically before I move on. So let's continue with the next message. So I have side note, reminder. We are the tools of our Heavenly Mother, our diviner. We are the working mechanisms to bring the divine plan into reality. The extension of God. We are the extension of God's gifts, talents, and we have been brought into coexistence to continue to extend God's creative canvas. Through each life cycle, there is always room for human improvement. Through spiritual contracts, we are here to bring creativeness, laws, organizations, stability to areas in humans' life that needs it. We are here to make sure that humans, us, that we have longevity within our lives. The way how our gifts and abilities and talents are utilized through the Most High is you have doctors. You know, God is a healer. God is a lawyer. God is a painter. God is an advisor. God is a manifester. God is a magician. God is a guide. God is a nurse. God is a teacher. God is a carpenter. God was homeless. I mean, let's think about it, because God come in different forms. Listen to me. God is the scientist. God is the dancer. God is artistic. God is the comedian. God is rich. God is everything. And God works through every and each one of us through those special abilities and gifts and talents that have been bestowed upon us, because something, whether it's from the lesser or from the greater, is meant for a lesson to be taught in order to continue the continuum canvas of creation. All examples of how God infuses God's gifts in us is to bring betterment to life expectancy to human beings. Okay? And this is why we need to talk about why we are so greatly appreciated. When I say greatly appreciated, I am grateful to service humans. I am grateful to be an advisor. I am grateful to be a teacher for this position, so we can awaken and be alive and be affluent and understand who we come from. I am who I am. March, Zodiac, Pisces, February 19th through March 20th. Ruling gods, Neptune and Jupiter. What does this mean? Divine order and expansion, abundant. The number 12 is associated. The number 12 breaks down to divine unions. This is a divine order, divine union. Divine justice is here for you. Neptune characteristics. This may speak for you. Some of us, may have a hard time believing in, other gods are in rule of you, but God made those gods to rule over you when we talk about the planets. And we'll be making more videos on that soon. But let's continue. Neptune characteristics are inspiration, dreams, psychic relativity, receptivity, illusion, and confusion. Neptune is linked to spirituality, extrasensory observations, magic and ritual, daydreams, fantasy, fairy tales, and sensitivity. Neptune is also associated with compassion, creativity, and connection to the subconscious mind. The next energy that is ruled in March, right? March is also ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the king of the lower planetary gods. Jupiter is the leader of all of the rulers of all the planets in this planetary orbit system that we are in this Milky Way, right? So Jupiter is over everyone, the king of expansion. But let's continue. The god Jupiter is the king of the lower planetary gods. Jupiter is the planetary ruler of Sagittarius. Those that are ruled by the god are said to always have insight of the bigger picture. This gives the Sagittarian a craving for purpose and meaning in their lives. They are drawn to subtle subjects such as philosophy and humanitarian efforts. If a Sag can translate their calling towards something tangible, success will likely follow you. So pretty much for the full moon in Pisces energy is what I'm picking up for March zodiac energy read, February 19th through March 20th. We have came up with the conclusion that with Neptune and Jupiter being into play here, your intuition is on the brink of greatness here. Your dreams, your aspirations, your inspirations, your ideas are worth exploring right now. Because I feel like that you're about to take off and there's going to be great blessings coming towards you. So don't delay. Whatever that dream is, that aspiration is, that inspiration is, that idea, it is the right time to explore it because you have some type of victory that's coming towards you. So don't hesitate and just follow through with suit. Taking action can result in good luck, outcomes, and breakthroughs. And this is my message for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this video, we will do more astrology, zodiac energy readings in the near future. I love you guys. Tell me what you think. Love, like, share, comment. This video will be back on YouTube. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.